Right, let us now zoom in on the African continent to 18-year-old Namibian female athletes Christine Mboma and Beatrice Mailinga's hopes and dreams of carrying an Olympic medal across the chest over the 400 meters were shattered a few weeks ago, last week. The World Athletics Organization has removed the speedy teens off the 400 meters event list that was set to take place in Tokyo next month, saying the testosterone levels are too high. Now, in 2018, Semenya was banned from competing after World Athletics ruled that women with high levels of testosterone levels should reduce their levels to ensure fair competition. Although the teens have not taken any action against the international regulatory body, they have vowed not to be silenced and to fight until they are allowed to run. Now, they join us to talk about this. I've got athletes Christine Mboma, Beatrice Masilingi, as well as their coach, Henk Botha. An absolute pleasure having the three of you. I want to start with the two athletes next to you, Henk, and maybe let's start with you, Christine. Just, you know, when you got the news, I'm aware that there was never a mention about it, that you were never aware that there was any testosterone level problems, if I can call it that. How did you feel once you were told that that was indeed the case and you weren't going to be able to run in the 400 meters?
It was it was bad news for me. I was shocked to hear the news.
And I mean, Beatrice, the whole notion now is that there's something wrong with you because now they're asking you to either take drugs to suppress your testosterone levels or, go for a surgery. But surely or how do you feel about that? Do you feel that that would be more detrimental to your health than you staying the way you are? I mean, your body functions in this way at the moment?
Good morning there. To be honest, I would say there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine. This is where the Lord made me, and I believe it's a special gift that He has given me. And I'm not willing to take any medical and or go under surgery because I think that will affect how my body functions.
Now, Christine, why do you guys, why do you feel that you must fight this? Christine? Okay, let's go to you, Henk. Obviously you will feel strongly about that, and just talk to us also about the kind of support that you've received, especially from the National Olympic Committee since this news broke.
Good morning there. Obviously, for us it was a big surprise, and we are so blessed with the support and everything, and just been said, we must just remember that everybody's got their own body and it's your choice what you want to do with it. For us, it is a thing that we have got new news, we have got new information. We need to get more information. We don't really know what's the current situation and why this is and where it's coming from, and it's very difficult now to give any answers on what we will do or how we're going to do it. But for us, currently, there's so many questions and yes, not a lot of answers.
Yeah, and some of those questions, of course, will be playing through the mind of the two girls sitting next to you in particular. And Beatrice, I want to go back to you in terms of just now, what do you make of what they have said, the remedial actions that they've said you must now do in order for you to be allowed to run? What do you make of all of that?
Can you repeat that again?
So what do you make of the fact that they said now you would have to essentially either pull out or change the way you are in order for you to be able to compete at the Olympics?
I think that's really unfair because we are all different, and for you to level me into someone else's conditions, I think that's really unfair, and I wouldn't do that.
Christine, I just want to try you again. Now, of course, you still get to compete at the Olympics. You'll be able to run in the 200 meters. How do you feel about that?
I was just going to London with them.
Henk, how do, sorry, Christine, go ahead.
Yes.
Henk, how do you prepare them? How do you get them past, you know, the mental barrier that this must have put in front of them now?
Yeah, you see, this is a big challenge, and you must know that, obviously that the plan was to focus mainly on the 400, and we have to change the plan now, and with very short notice. But I must tell you, I'm so proud of the two girls, the way they are handling it and the way they are taking this on. And we are on our way to Tokyo, and we are planning for the 200, and we'll try to make the Namibian and the world proud on the track. You know, as people have just seen, Christine is not somebody that has got a lot of words, but Christine is somebody that needs to be on the track, and she can run on the track, and then she makes commentators talk, and she makes people talk. And that's her way of expressing herself. So yes, we will go to Tokyo, and we're gonna take these 18 years there, and we're gonna try our best.
I mean, absolutely. Christine talks on the track. She ran, what, the 4th fastest time ever by a female across the distance of 400 meters. So without a doubt in that one, Henk. Now, how different has your training had to be, because these are 400-meter specialists? They're running half that distance now, and is it enough time? I mean, I know that you want to remain as optimistic as possible, but is it enough time?
Yes, to be honest, from a coach's point of view, I don't know whether there's ever enough time, but this is a difficult task. But we stay positive, and we keep on working hard, and we will definitely try our utmost best to get these girls on the best form possible with the situation as it is. You know, the thing about fairness and this law that they say it's fairness for women athletes, and maybe I can just add that fairness is a very the difficult thing. I don't know if life is fair at all, but you know, if we need to talk about fairness, then we need to talk about fairness on African athletes, fairness that we need to travel to Europe to get international world ranking on items, because we don't have the same quality of competitions in Africa and the continent. Fairness on 3 meals a day for an athlete in Europe, where our athletes are struggling just to get one meal a day. So I don't know what is fair, but we will show them the power and the braveness of Africa. I
mean, if you talk about fairness, Henk, the fact that there is a transgender man competing at the Olympics as a woman, the first for the first ever, and yet we have women who are now being curtailed and essentially put to the side. I mean, Francine Sabas, Casa Semenyas, Margaret Wambui's, and the two ladies sitting next to you. The list goes on and on of females being treated unfairly, and here we have a case where there's a man, essentially, who's transgender, who is now going to be competing in that Olympics. I mean, from the IWF's perspective, the blanket of fairness seems very uneven.
Yes, and you see, that is my biggest issue. If we can have fairness all over, then we can say yes. The unfortunate thing, this is the current rule, and when you participate in athletics, you say, I adhere to the rules. So in that point, we need now to see if we can change the rule to get fairness as far as this specific point is concerned. But I must tell you, if people really want to use the word fairness, they're going to struggle to really keep up with everything in life, because life isn't fair. You get... in Africa, we need to travel hundreds and thousands of kilometers just to attend events, where in a place like Europe, you have tartan tracks around you, 3, 4, 5, where you can participate. We need to train on grass and gravel surfaces and compete against the world, and still performing against the world. And I think that is the thing that we must look at this whole situation, at the beauty of the situation. If you look at African athletes, where they are coming from and how hard they need to work and how much effort they have put in, these two girls have to leave their families and homes behind to come and stay with me and to train for 3 years now, and suddenly just everything is taken away from them.
Despite that, let me speak to you, Beatrice. Are you excited, at least, to be heading to Tokyo, to be able to represent your country at the Olympic Games?
I'll say I'm really excited because this has been one of my biggest dreams, and I've achieved it. And me going there, although I'm not going to do the 400, but I'm going to do my best to do something in the 200. But I'm really happy to be presenting my people, and I'll do my personal best.
I mean, Christine, did you ever think that you would be at the Olympics at the age of 18, at such a young age?
No, I never think of it.
And indeed, here you are. Henk, look, we do have to leave it. Before I do, though, is there a concerted effort, where you'll be joining hands with the likes of Katsa Semenya, who's already fighting this ruling against athletes with differences in sexual development?
Yes, we as a team are the coach and the athletes. We need to prepare for the 200, but we do have a good infrastructure and a good list of supporters out there that's currently busy with the necessarily documents and things, and see what we can do. The biggest pity is it is, as a small country as Namibia, it's very difficult to take these big organizations like World Athletics on, just out of a financial or economical perspective. But for us, we are not currently involved with any fighting. We are just preparing for Tokyo and for the World Juniors.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. That is Henk Botha, the coach of Christine Mboma, as well as Beatrice Masilingi, two athletes who will be representing Namibia in the Olympics in the 200 meters, after they were banned from running in the 400 meters.